Hi guys, Jimbo here, the driving test guy in New South Wales, helping you pass your New South Wales driving test with YouTube, hopefully first go. Okay, today I'm going to add another intersection topic, the T intersection. We've done cross streets, we've done roundabouts, traffic lights. Now we're going to complete the major intersections with the T intersections. Now with T intersections, there's basically two main types. There's what I'll call the standard T intersection, which you can see on screen, and there will be what I'll call a modified T, which can be a little bit tricky. I'll do both intersections over two videos. Today's video will be about the standard T intersection, and I'll do a part two, which will be in relation to the modified T. Now, before we get onto that, I've had really a lot of people pass, and I've got about 50 names I could mention now, but there's physically, I just cannot fill the whole video with that. So I'm just gonna basically pick two of my favorites that came out in the last week. This is from ISA1. It says, hi Jimbo. I barely comment on YouTube videos, but ever since I found your channel, I couldn't help but comment to let you know how much you've helped. I've been much more confident in my driving, and it showed in my exam an hour ago at Auburn Service New South Wales Centre. And ISA1 passed first go. They say thank you so much. Thank you, ISA1. Now, this is from Z. Z says, thank you so much. Your videos helped me so much. I'm 25, and 8 years later, I've finally got my license at Penrith Howell Oval. Penrith Howell Oval is that new pop-up one they've got at Penrith there to try and get the test through. A lot of people going there from all over Sydney. Z says, literally started crying and was so weird because I thought I'd fail. Haha. Peace. Thank you, Z. I'm so glad I was able to get you your license after 8 years. This is great. This is fantastic. Okay folks, let's get down to business. T intersection. Okay, so in the first example, we have two T intersections, and we are on the priority road. We are the green car B, and we drive along with full priority, but we still want to check to the left for the first one in case someone comes out on us, and as we get close to the one on the right, we just check over to the right. Here's an example. Okay, it's got the side streets. So we're on priority. Here's a T intersection coming up here. And what you want to do is you want to ease off and just have a look over to the left in case someone's going to jump out. And there's another one on the right here, another T intersection. We're on priority, and we're just going to have a bit of a glance over to the right to make sure no one's coming out. This example, we are on the priority road again, and we're turning left off the priority into the side street. And in this example, we have priority over car B, who has to give way to us because they have to turn in front of us. We'll still check them anyway. Here's an example. Okay, so we're turning left at the T, we're on priority. Now you see that black car there? They've just barged out on me and the oncoming car that they're meant to give way to. Now that driver is an unsafe driver. You do not want to be an unsafe driver. Now, the car behind him, the white car, is turning right in front of us. Now, we have priority over that white car. We go first. Okay, in this example, we are on priority again, but we're turning right into the side street. In the diagram, we're going to be the blue car B, and we'll need to give way to car A because we're going to turn across their path. When we give way to car A, we'll push into the intersection a bit, but we keep our wheels straight, just in case you get hit up the back. Okay, so we're at the T intersection on the priority road, turning right. We give way to the oncoming traffic. We push in, keep the wheels dead straight. Quick check for pedestrians or any other hazards, and now complete the turn. Okay, so just a variation on the exact scenario. You're on priority, turning right into the side street, but there is a car in the side street. Now, I've had a few students over the years try and give way to that car, but you don't. I'll just show you exactly what I mean here. Okay, so we're on the priority at the T intersection turning right. Now that car on the right, that white car in the side street, he is giving way to us. Do not give way to that car. Certainly check he doesn't jump out on you, but as long as it's clear ahead, we can complete our turn. Okay, so now we're going to look at the T intersection when we're actually in the side street and we're either turning left or turning right. Now, the major problems I find with this, and particularly on the driving test, is if it's configured a stop sign that you don't roll through. The next issue that often comes up is dealing with really bad vision when there's trucks parked there. And also just judging the actual gap. What size gap do we need to take? What can we get away with? What can't we get away with? Okay, so let's have a look at those scenarios now. Okay, so just to make a point very clear, all the three T intersections you can see on the screen for car A are all the same. The top one has just a broken line. That means they're on a give way sign scenario. The middle one has no sign, no line. They're on a give way sign scenario.
And the bottom one has the give way sign and a broken line in front, a give way scenario. Give way sign means, yes, you are giving way to traffic, but ultimately, if it's clear, you can roll through. You don't need the compulsory stop like you would at the stop sign. Now, to also clarify, when it's a stop sign scenario, both those diagrams you can see on the screen are exactly the same. The top T intersection just has a unbroken line in front, but there's no sign. That means stop sign scenario. And the bottom one has a stop sign plus the line. Stop sign scenario. That means you must stop fully at the line with a little bounce to confirm it. You can then push over to see better, and when it's safe, you go. Okay, so in this example, with the green car A on the give way sign in the side street at the T intersection, we're turning left, and we need to give way to the right, the blue car B. Okay, so we're turning left at the T intersection from the side street. It's a give way sign scenario. Now the point of this one is, if we can see it's clear like it is, you can just roll through. You do not need to stop. Okay, so same scenario, we're turning left at the T, give way sign scenario, but the difference this time is there's cars coming. Now I prefer the low risk option of all lanes clear, because one of those cars could change lanes if we went on the first lane. Now you see this guy coming up here? If we went now, we would fit, but when we enter the traffic stream in front of him, he would be forced to slow down, and your examiner will give you an F2 fail item. So we won't take that gap, we'll go now on a better gap after him. Okay, so now we're looking at turning right from the side street with a give way sign scenario. If you look in the diagram, we need to give way to both the blue car on the left, car B, where the car B is just going straight or turning right in front of us, and we also need to give way to the red car, car C, coming in from the right. Okay, so we're turning right at the T from the side street, a give way sign scenario. Now, when we turn right, yeah, we need to give way left, and we need to give way to the right. So we've just got to keep pushing up and keep checking left and right until we can see sufficiently. And if it is clear, with the give way scenario, we can just roll through and complete the turn. You don't need to stop if no one's there. Okay, so same scenario, turning right at the T from the side street, give way sign scenario. But the difference this time, there are cars coming. Now, we've got to give way to the right, and we have to give way to the left. We need to see sufficiently. So notice I'm pushing in. You've got those parked cars there and that truck there. You just got to push in very slowly. Now, we can see a truck coming on the left. We need to give way to him. Check the right. Right's not looking too bad. Let's just see a bit better on the left side. Okay, now, there's a car coming there on the left, so we need to give way to him. We need to make sure that guy on the right turns. There's one more car on the left. So when it's clear on the left and clear on the right, we can then consider that safe, and now we can complete that turn.
Okay folks, so we've covered all the priority decisions, who goes first and who doesn't, from all different angles. We've got two final scenarios to look at, and these are the two that often cause problems on your New South Wales driving test. Really bad vision, how to deal with that, and when it's a stop sign.
Okay, we're just going to watch this video again. This is the T intersection with the really bad vision. Now, you see that truck there? That's what's blocking our view on the right-hand side. You can see a bit behind the truck, but if you look on the left side, it's the parked cars that are blocking our view on the left. Now, I'm just going to pause the video for a second. When faced with a really bad vision situation like this on your test, what I encourage you to do is tell the examiner that you can't see, and I'm just pushing in to see better, because some examiners are a little bit trigger happy. If you lurch a bit, they might think you're going and they stop the car and you're out, and you don't want that on your driving test. So it's just make it clear that you're just pushing in just to see better. Okay, so we'll just resume the video. Now I'm going to continue to move in centimetre at a time very slowly. I can actually get a fair way in there without actually blocking the road. I keep updating to the right, I keep updating to that. I want to get to a point where I can just see sufficiently. So I reckon I'm at that point now. I'll just keep updating right and left, looking for this gap. Now, right looks good, just this one car. Now when you go, I want you to be decisive. Just go. If you commit and you see a car coming, don't panic and stop and block the road. Just finish the turn, go. Okay, so the last scenario I want to cover is when your T intersection's configured with a stop sign. Now, we have covered this before in previous videos. Majority of people, when they come to a stop sign, if there's no one coming, they just roll through. And if you do that on your driving test, you get an F1 fail item. So you've got to make sure you stop with your bumper within 1 metre of the line, confirm it with a little bit of a bounce, and then you can push over to see better. Okay, so let's have a look at this video. Okay, so we're at the T intersection. This one's configured a stop sign by turning left. Now, this particular intersection is actually the scene of many fail items with the Gregory Hills driving test. There's about 3 stop signs in the test routes, and this is one of them. Have a look at what this ute does. He's still rolling, he's still rolling, he's still rolling, he's still rolling, and he goes. F1 fail at him. Now make sure you come up to the line, get your bumper within 1 meter, bounce, which will confirm to the examiner that you've actually stopped. Now you can then push over that line after stopping if you need to see better, and when it's safe, you go.
Okay guys, so that's a wrap for T intersections part 1. We looked at the standard T intersection. I want you guys to go out there and practice knowing who's going first, dealing with all the bad vision scenarios, and if it's a stop sign that you stop. In part 2 of T intersections, I'll be looking at the modified T, which can be a little bit tricky. So I'll get underway with that video. Okay, so what I'll also need to do is go through a little bit more in detail what actually is a safe gap. I mean, we've worked out today who's going first, pushing in to see better, but actually to judge the distance, how far does that car need to be considered safe before we go. Now that's really going to be a video in itself. So I'll do a separate video for that, and that can be complementary with this video and some of the others. Okay, so the other thing I need to make very clear is pedestrians always have right of way if they're crossing the road at an intersection. So that includes a T. So if you're turning left from, say, the side street, and there's pedestrians on that left side, not only do you give way to cars, but you give way to pedestrians. And if you're on the priority, turning right, and there's pedestrians walking across the side street, not only do you give way to the cars, but you give way to pedestrians. If you don't notice those pedestrians and you go, you haven't given way to them, F2 fail on them, and you don't want that on your driving test. And I want to thank you guys that you are supporting me with this channel. I think as of today, we're up around 1,700 subscribers. We're heading up to 2,000. That's been absolutely fantastic, so thank you so much for that. I'll continue to help you guys out, teaching you how to pass your driving test first go, hopefully. Now, if you haven't already, please press the subscribe button, the notification button, and the like button. And always, stay safe.